Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work, and I've been using these Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 cases for a day or maybe half a day, so I really have experience with them now, and I just wanted to talk about it. So let's start the video and show you what I'm talking about. Pow. Alright guys, so the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 cases. Now, I did actually do a video on each one of these cases, and you guys have been looking at it, and I have been reading the comments, and I just wanted to come back and just give you guys an update on all these cases and how it's been and what I have been experiencing since I actually have been using this. Now, some of these cases I use for a full day, some of them I use for 12 hours, and I really have adjusted it, and I really just wanted to start off with a case that actually broke on me as soon as I installed it after I wanted to use it for the first time. This case right here, this is a Tough Armor case that's from Spigen. This is about $50, and I actually there was a whole bunch of people who were saying that this case is worth it because it does the same thing as the Slim Armor Pro, but at a cheaper price point. So let me tell you exactly what happened with this case after I installed it. And this is definitely going back. This part over here, this little hinge part right here, is very cheap. This is a very cheap technology. Basically, when I installed it, this whole piece that came out just like that. Very simple to rip out, especially when it, say how it pushes it back so it comes out easily. And I had to reinstall it by having to look for the 3 little dots in there, and then you have to install it back in there, and then you have to do it like that. It's a very cheap way, say, having to do this done. If you guys had a better way that you guys try to do it, then you guys let me know what y'all experience. But if you look inside, there's 3 little pieces that have to go inside this insert here, and I just really don't have the time to try to keep on fixing this. So this is definitely going back. I didn't even have a chance to actually use it for a while, so when it comes to the Spigen Tough Armor case, I'm giving this a definitely a dud, or I just had a bad one. So we could put this back here, and I'll let you know about the other ones. Let's go with the Thin Fit. This is right next to it. This one is about like $30 to $40. This is a pretty simple case. Now, to charge over $40 for a case like this, it's a little bit high because I did have a whole bunch of cases from the last Fold that is very simple like this. You see how it has like the plastic, and it's very flimsy, and this piece has a little bit of grip. But from last year, I had a whole bunch of cases like this, and it was pretty cheap. It was like $10, $13. So I mean it does have a nice feel in the back, but it's really a cheap case, and I think that they're overcharging for it. But if you really want to have something simple, nothing that's way too heavy, this is a case that you might have to look in, and it's called the Thin Fit. It was an okay case. It did actually stay on pretty well, but there's no protection for the hinge. All right, let's get into this case right here. Will actually be the case that I actually keep. This is the most expensive case, but just the fact that it has a technology where it folds that hinge cover like this, you know what I'm saying? So it folds it perfectly, so it actually works out very well. It is probably like the heaviest case that I currently have, but this case is the case that I really think that will actually protect my phone when it comes to drops. And I already took off all the stickers, and I used this for a work day, and I was very confident that if it did drop on that hinge, that it will have some type of drop protection. Now, I did actually read in the comments, a lot of you guys were telling me that for the last fold one, the hinge part had a part that was scratching on the hinge somewhere in there or something like that. That was affecting the hinge covering or like the hinge itself. But I didn't have no type of scratches on my hinge so far. I'm not seeing no type of scratches on here. It is a little bit dirty, but as far as this case, definitely one of my favorite cases, and it is the most expensive, and it is back order, so a lot of people have been ordering all these cases, but I definitely can recommend this case right here. This is the Slim Armor Pro. All right, now let's get into the one that a lot of people hate. Now, when I first did my video, I did say how it felt a little bit good, and it's okay, but everyone in the comments were saying that this case was absolutely trash. Now, when I finally got to use it on a daily basis for more than 12 hours, I could definitely see why people would call it trash. But if you guys had experience with the S21 Flip case, that one was even worse than this one. Now, what I have a problem with this one is that they put it on the back here, right? So when you're holding it, it just feels so awkward, honestly. And the fact that it didn't have the magnet to actually close it, that's what a lot of people have a lot of problem with. So when you install the phone in there, it's just, hanging down. It's hanging down, just like mad weird, and it just feels awkward. I'm saying having this little piece out like that. I'm saying having it like that, but you can actually fold it just like that. But then when you fold it, then the other side of the fold is exposed. So it's really just an awkward looking case. I think if they had to do it some way, I would try to put it somewhere else. But you can actually take this off if you wanted to. It has a little slide insert there, and you just have to push up, and then it comes out just like that. So I've seen a lot of people have been making do with this. I did actually watch a video where the guy, he actually cut this piece off, and he just has it just like that. But I mean, it's really up to you what you guys want to do with this. This is an $80 case, so you have to be careful on what you do, and you can return it as well. I did read on Reddit that you can return it for a credit. If you used your credit that you got with Samsung towards this case, you can actually get a credit for this. But let's get right into the next case. Let's put this one down. All right, and the next case on my list is from VRS Designs. Now, this was the second case that I actually really liked, but there's a few things that I did actually want to talk about when it comes to this case. There's like a $40 to $50 case, and it comes in multiple colors. This was the first case that I actually used because I really wanted to see, how rugged it felt and how it looked on the phone. And personally, I think it really looks nice on the phone. But the only problem with this case, and it does have like a nice little heft to it, so it's kind of heavy. So you probably will get that drop protection. But this is definitely a plus, by the way. I really like this kickstand. But one thing that I didn't like about this is there's not really no type of grip on this case. The grip on this is very, very slippery. It does have the lining here, so you can have a little bit of grip there, but it just feels so plasticky on the side. So you see how these sides are just matte plastic. So there's like no type of grip on here at all. So when you're holding the device, it's very, very slippery. You just feel it, but it does have a nice premium design to it. Like if I had to compare the Thin Fit with this one, I definitely like the VRS Design one way better, because it feels like it's worth the price way more than the Thin Fit for sure. It's a little bit heavier though, so it is heavy, but it doesn't have the grip that I like the grip that I have with this one right here. It just has a different feel to it. But speaking about grip, that's onto my next one. This is the Ringke case, and This really doesn't have any grip either, but this is the cheapest case out. So if you guys needed something quick and cheap, this is definitely it. But just I think for the price, it is worth it for $20. But it's just a case on the go to let's say help with scratches on the back or something like that for your device. But when it comes to shock protection, I probably wouldn't give this the best rating because it is really, really thin. And I've seen a ton of these cases that have been, you know, saying like it's a whole bunch of remake cases how they use the same type of material, but it is a little bit below the quality of the thin fit. So just wanted to break everything down for you guys, just to tell you exactly what happened with all the cases. We can actually do a little bit of a run through real fast so I can show you guys how it looks inside the phone itself, just in case you guys were waiting. This is what it looks like. Nice material. And I do have the videos about these cases on my channel so you guys can see it in full depth, and we could take it off on camera too, so you guys don't have to ask about that. This is a really nice case. I really like it. So I'm kind of unsure if I really want to keep this one. It just doesn't have any grip on it. You know, that's the only problem that I have with it. Let me see. Put it back on here. Okay, so you gotta slide this on. I forgot. Okay, so you gotta slide it on just like that. And I had a few comments in my video saying that I kept on moving the case so fast. So here you go. Here's what it looks like. I'll give you 4 seconds to look at it. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So slide it back out. And the one thing about this case as well is that it didn't come off easily, which is a good thing. Okay, let's go with the Ringke since it's right next to it. All right. Very simple Ringke case. I really like it actually, but when it comes to protection, this is probably not the one that you want to use. This is simply here just so it gives you minor protection without the weight. All right. Okay, let's leave this on. I forgot to give you the 5-second pose. All right. It's a whole bunch of back ordered cases as well. So I know you guys are looking forward to getting your cases, so just gotta wait a little bit. This is the case that I'm actually keeping for sure. I mean, it is pretty expensive, but personally, I think it gives me the best protection, honestly. The Slim Armor Pro. Okay, so you gotta fold it, then you install it, just like that. This technology, it actually makes sense. See that? It actually makes sense. I mean, it does have that big hump there, so it will be shaking on the table, but this just makes sense, honestly. And I really like it on it. It's a really nice case. A little expensive, but it gets the job done, and it's really heavy too. It's a really heavy design, but it works for me. And the very last case is the Thin Fit, which is a very, very simple case. Nothing too hard about, you know, having to install this one. I just think that, I'm saying, just for the price, you could find something way better than this, honestly. There you go, the Thin Fit. It keeps its thin form, just like that. And the final one that broke, that I can't even really install it, but if you guys want to see me just put it on, then I could just show you guys that. Alright, so it's like so, pop it on, just like that. Okay, so here's what it looks like. It's just having so many issues for me right now. So if you guys are watching from Spigen, this is what I had to go through with this one. Very, very weird design. Alright guys, so if you guys want to pick up any of these cases, the link will be down below. If you guys like this video, hit it with a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And follow Phone Tech at Work for more videos like this of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 and more tech to come. Peace and love. I'll see you guys in the next video.